My big empty corkboard really needs something on it, huh? Good morning. So I thought I was gonna go ahead and start doing a vlog, like another revision vlog on Sunday, and then I just didn't really have a good mental health day. Part of it was just straight up anxiety, and some of that had to do with everything going on AuthorTube, which is reoccurring now. This trash fire just keeps on burning. I have kind of benefited from it. A lot of people were able to find my channel because of it. I was able to connect with a lot of people that I didn't realize I was going to be getting along with so well. I found a ton of channels I didn't know existed who I really love through all of this experience. So it's been really great, actually. It's been great to have everyone talking and connecting, and funny that something crazy like this could bring the whole community together. But it has, and I'm really happy about it. Anyway, but it caused a lot of anxiety on Sunday, so I didn't end up really vlogging. I don't know if I'll insert a clip of what I was trying to start the vlog with, but I wasn't feeling it. Good morning. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do a vlog or anything like that today. I'm having like a weird anxiety day. Part of it is that recently my channel has gained a lot of new subscribers, which is awesome, and thank you guys, but also obviously all the trials that come along with more people knowing about you online. So I was just watching some other YouTube videos and I just started getting an anxiety spike, and I've got to go meet my mother-in-law for lunch. And when I get back, I think I'm just going to turn off all social media and really focus on writing, because the one thing I can control with my writing is the writing and putting out a good product and getting the book finished. Oh, Mulan has some things to say. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, getting the book finished and getting it out so that it could be published. Hopefully getting it out and querying in the next month or so. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So I don't know if this is gonna turn into a vlog, but I thought I would go ahead and film before I head out for that, just in case. We'll see. And there she is. You wanna say hi to the camera? No, nothing to say now. Oh, there's Pie. Okay, here we go. Also on Sunday, I expected I was gonna get a lot of revision done, and then I discovered that, like an idiot, I had done a huge time jump between chapter 16 and 17. At the end of chapter 16, we have a big reveal about suspicions all coming to light, and then I just jumped to later. Who thought that was a good idea past me? Like, I just jumped to an inconsequential scene a while later, and I was like, but I have to get there. So at this late stage in the game, stupid me had to completely put in a whole new chapter 17, and that just that didn't help with the anxiety thing. So I wrote that, revised it down, and pretty much only got done with that on Sunday. But now there's a brand new, shiny new chapter 17. I'm more than halfway through for the document, but like with the amount that I'm adding in, I think I'm about halfway, essentially. Especially if I have any more jump skips. Like, what am I, an anime? Today, I want to get done with a couple more chapters. I've already taken a shower, which is why my hair is super wet, and like a really weird color. It won't take dye anymore. I don't know, that viral dye really messed up my hair. I tried to dye it a darker purple, and it just did not take the color, and in turn instead kind of became a like grayish. I don't know. I may just have to leave it alone for a little bit. This morning over breakfast, I spent my time doing critiques for a friend's story, which is so good. Her story is weird in the way that Murakami's stories are weird, where there's like, it's kind of set in this world, it's kind of not, there's a magical element, but it's like weird, and people talk about things in kind of a weird way. It's so lovely. Like, I really enjoy her writing style, because I really enjoyed reading Murakami, and he's an author she really likes too, so obviously some of that will rub off that just really weird style where you're like, this isn't quite like a magical realism thing, this is more like, this must be very Japanese, but I love it. So I've been reading that and really enjoying it. and writing my critiques in the margins and all of that. And so now I think I'm gonna work on revisions for my next chapter, the new chapter 18, right? Yeah, it used to be chapter 17. I think before that it was chapter 11. So I'm gonna work on that for a while, and then we'll see what I'm gonna get done for the rest of it. I need to get back the first 5 chapters to my friend today, because she got my first 5 chapters back to me and said that my pacing had improved since the last time she read it. Although I think the last time she read it was a while ago. It was a couple drafts back, but I'm glad it's improved since then. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll see where we're at. Finally started watching Kate Kavanaugh's series on writing like different famous authors. That was such a good idea. At first I was like, that's super clickbaity, but then I watched it and I was like, this is a really good idea. This is a great series. It's actually kind of fun to be trying out the styles of different writers, but a lot of them have really intense writing regimes, or at least they say that they do. And I know for most of them that's like just when they're drafting they do it that way, but like, some of them are like, you have to sit on your butt at your desk for 7 hours, and like her discovery was, that's really hard to do. For me, that's really hard to do. Like which one was it? I think it was, she was doing the Nora Roberts one, and she talked about how she's finding that she's a little more goal-oriented than time-oriented, and I was like, I'm time-oriented. I can write for a half an hour, and then as I was thinking about it though, I can write for a half an hour, but once I reach my goal, I'm done for the day. Like, I can work for a half an hour and get however many words and then come back and work for a half an hour again, or like work for 2 hours straight, no problem. But as soon as I hit, if it's like 2,000 word count goal, or if it's like I need to get through 2 chapters, once I've hit that, I'm good, I'm gonna go do something else. So I guess I'm also same way. I'm just motivated by getting a certain amount done. But then I get that amount done quickly, and like quick and efficient is better, right? I don't know. I was thinking about that while I was doing this, that I'm gonna get this chapter done, probably have lunch, get another chapter done, and then probably not motivate myself to get any more done because this is very slow. But at the same time, this is a hobby and I have severe wrist pain, so I shouldn't be pushing myself harder than I can. And I've got some reading I want to get done today too. And I have to finish getting my friend's chapters back to her. So there's actually quite a bit to do today. Plus I gotta clean the litter boxes and take out the trash. Those both have to be done today too, but I'll get them done. My house is very clean when I'm working on a draft. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. If you haven't watched, Kate Kavanaugh's series is really good. She did a great job with it. I don't know why I was like, I'm not gonna click on that before. I feel like I get really like repulsed by clickbait because of the way YouTube has been in the past, but for the most part, people are really good at like delivering with what they say. And like, it's not clickbait if I click on your video that has kind of a fanciful title and you deliver exactly that. Like, she did write like Stephen King for a day, so it wasn't a clickbait title. I don't know why I'm resistant to that. There's no reason for it. It's kind of dumb. Back to the revisions that I'm stalling about. Okay, so I got a little leftover homemade pizza for lunch. Pizza is one of those things that is so easy to make. If you have any kind of bread making skill whatsoever, making pizza dough is super easy, and you just put whatever you want on it. Just cook high temperature for not very long. Don't go low. Making pizza is really fun. We used to do it like on Saturdays at my house. My mom would make the dough and then we'd make our own little personal pizzas. I made pizza for a party I had over here with my co-workers. Yes, it's just a lot of fun, and then you can have exactly what you want on the pizza. It probably costs a lot less than getting a whole pizza. So if you enjoy baking, pizza is a really good one. Tangent aside, before lunch I got done with what I wanted to. I got done with the next chapter, which I ended up breaking into 2 chapters. I'm really liking these shorter chapters. It just feels like this story requires shorter chapters than I was giving it previously. Cut it into shorter chapters. Now I'm done with chapter 18 and 19, and I'll be on to chapter 20, which the story used to be less than 20 chapters. I think it used to be 15 chapters. It's just crazy. But I'm also bulking up from under 70,000 to over 80,000 words. So things are always gonna happen. I'm going to start working on critiques for my friend again and get those done. Once those are done, hopefully the sun will go. It's super gray out today. I'll show you. Here we go. It's a super gray day out. Hopefully either it will rain or the sun will come out. So if the sun comes out, I think I'll let the cats out onto the catio and read for a little bit. If it doesn't come out, maybe we'll kind of curl up on the couch and read anyway, because I'm really thinking I want to get some reading done today. But we'll see. And then depending upon how all that goes, maybe I'll work on the next chapter so that I'll be ready to send that along to my friend once we get to that point, because once I have 20 chapters, we're sending in 5 chapter chunks. 4 cents. I can't do basic math. All right, well I'm gonna have my leftover pizza and my raspberry lemonade and keep working. Somebody's being a buddy, helping me get writing done by making my legs fall asleep. And it's still gray outside. I've been working on the critiques for a little while now. I think I'm gonna get a bit of a snack, maybe some tea. It's kind of cold today. It's been so warm recently. It's been feeling like summer, and now I'm kind of cold. So maybe put on some socks and get a snack, and then I'll be back. Okay. We are back. I have 2 Dunkers and watermelon. I was so pleased with myself yesterday. I went to Trader Joe's, got myself those little mini watermelons, sliced it up into cubes, and now I have a whole bunch of ready watermelon to eat for my snack. I'm so happy. The cookies are just for the soul. I also just got a nice green tea. Green tea is the best for just everyday writing. In case anyone thought I was gonna eat the entire thing of watermelon, I just ate some and I'm gonna save the rest for later. I still just have a couple more pages to go on the critique, and then probably do some reading for a couple hours. I'm starting to get edited out. I'm starting to get like edit fever. Been mostly working consistently since 9 a.m. It's now 2 o'clock. Gotten a lot done, but probably about time for a reading break. Well, I came out to look at the plants. It's still super gray outside. So I think the plan is gonna be to just curl up on the couch and read for a little while, and then maybe do another chapter of revisions because I finished all my critiques and sent them back. Yeah, I think that'll be the plan tonight, and then maybe I'll watch a movie. It smells like it's gonna rain. I think we're gonna be having some rain here soon. a little bit binging like Babish style. So this recipe doesn't really have a recipe or anything like that. This is just a pasta dish I really enjoy making. So I'm gonna walk you through it. It's not gonna be perfect. Usually I use more onion, but I only have half an onion left over from when I made those homemade pizzas. And I also have half a green pepper left over that I don't usually add, but I'm gonna add it in this time. But anyway, so you just put a ton of olive oil in the pan, like really pretend you're Italian and put that in. And then I did 6 garlic cloves and I just sliced them because I like them being a little bit chunky for this recipe. And just as the olive oil kind of heats up, I'm gonna have them get to know each other in the pan here because I want the garlic to be a little bit crispy. And I know people are like, no, if you let the garlic go in first, it's gonna be bitter, but like I want that crispy garlic. I want the garlic to be the most crispy thing. Put that in there. And then while that's getting to know each other, I'm gonna cut up the onion. I'm just gonna add in the onion and mix that around. And then, because you want the oil to get to know the spices. Oh, over here I've got my water boiling, by the way. You can pretty much add in whatever spices you actually like. You can make this pretty spicy, probably using red pepper flakes. You can put like cayenne or something. I just put some red pepper flakes. And then Italian seasoning is gonna be your friend, but I like extra basil and oregano, so I put like quite a bit of that. I'm gonna add more later, so it's not a big deal, but I add some now because I want the oil itself to get seasoned and I want the garlic and the onion to really be seasoning it up. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna burn my herbs or whatever, but I like doing it this way, so whatever. Alright, the next thing that goes in is gonna be tomatoes. I actually have more tomatoes this time than I usually have. Usually it's like whatever the leftover amount of tomatoes is. Oh! As they fall everywhere. This isn't meant to be like a super tomato-y pasta. It's just the tomatoes help make the sauce. So that goes in, and then when those go in, that's when I add my salt. And like, it's pasta, you can't go overboard with the salt. And some pepper. And then I have a pretty nice basil plant. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of the fresh basil leaves. I'm gonna add some more at the end. A little extra dried basil. You can just go nuts. I like just going nuts with my herbs. Nobody's ever gonna be like, this is too seasoned. It's pasta. If you're using herbs, it's not gonna be too seasoned ever. So anyway, this is gonna start creating the sauce. And then the other thing, the reason I came up with this recipe, I should probably turn you a little bit more this way, huh? Okay. The reason I came up with this recipe is to use nutritional yeast. We got it by accident one time. This is basically a recipe for nutritional yeast. So really good for vegan. I guess you have to use vegan noodles though, or vegetarian. But you're gonna use kind of a lot of nutritional yeast. Gonna give it just, everyone says cheesy, but it's like a nuttiness. It's like a creamy nuttiness that I really like. Plus nutritional yeast is really good for you. Then we add some lemon juice and then spinach, which I gotta put my green pepper. I don't do the green pepper usually, so now it's gonna go in. Okay. Get that green pepper in there. And then I like to put like about half a lemon in now with the sauciness, because it's gonna kind of cook out some, so you don't want to put more than half, because you want to put half in near the end so you get a nice lemony flavor. This is just for me, so yeah, I'm squeezing it out with my hands, but you could use a juicer if you were proper. So the next major thing you're gonna do is add spinach. I have had some frozen spinach for a while, because spinach goes bad so quick. If you freeze it, you can use it for a long time in your smoothies and stuff. So this is all frozen spinach. I'm just gonna toss it on in as though it was fresh spinach. And we're just gonna see how weird it gets, but it's gonna cook down. So like, you wanna use probably even more spinach than this. This is just how much I have. Usually I'd use like half of one of those giant containers. Honestly, the sauce is pretty much done now. You're just gonna keep stirring it, kind of season to taste. Pretty sure I put everything I wanted in there, so now I just gotta wait for my water to boil. This can just kind of go down to a simmer and just stay there until the pasta's ready. And then you're just gonna take the pasta straight out of the pot into there. It's pretty simple. It's pretty, make it however you want it to taste, which is the way I like to cook my food. So, okay, so the noodles are ready. So you want to just go straight on in because they're gonna cling to some of the liquid. You don't want like a ton of liquid, but every cooking show tells me you want some, so we're taking some with us. Plus, then if you don't pour it out, then if you do need more liquid, you've got it right there. And I cooked my noodles for about a minute less than the package says because they're gonna still absorb some liquid once they're in the sauce. So, life hack. Also, I did salt the water pretty heavily. Oh, that's all of them. Okay. I salted the water pretty heavily. So, and I guess I salted my sauce pretty heavily. I found with pasta you can, I mean, yeah, you can oversalt. You'll hit a barrier at some point in your life, but for the most part, it's pretty hard to oversalt your pasta. And if you undersalt it, everything is totally bland. So better to go a little bit overboard. There we go. There's it all coming together. Okay, so I've got my pasta. I poured myself a glass of wine and I'm going to watch YouTube for a little bit while I eat, and then I think I'm gonna at least revise one more chapter tonight. If you don't like the cooking part, I'm so sorry. Let me know and we'll do them again. Or if you like the cooking part, I cook a lot. Next time I'll show you how to make pizza. Alright, I'm gonna just watch some YouTube. There's the rain I said was coming. I'm sure you can hear the rain. Like I mentioned, it's really coming down. I kind of really like it when it's like this, where it's just like coming down. It's one of the nice things about living up in Seattle. So anyway, like I said, I've finished my dinner. I have not finished my wine. I'm getting there. Probably watch a little bit more YouTube. I'm trying to catch up on I've gained so many AuthorTube channels that I'm watching now that I am really behind on watching all of you. I had gotten down to like only 10 videos in my watch later. I'm back up over 50 just in the last weeks. Everyone's been posting such interesting content, especially everything revolving around the whole Kristen Martin debacle. I'm gonna enjoy the sound of the rain. The window is cracked open over here, which is why you can hear it so well. So it sounds really nice. Or I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. It's probably gonna noise cancel. You're gonna be like, what are you talking about, Kay? I can hear it really well. I'm gonna enjoy that, and then we get another chapter done. Maybe just read after that. We'll see. It's just been kind of a quiet day. It's been really good for revisions, which that's why I'm making the revision vlog. But I know this probably isn't as like content heavy as my last one. We'll see. I couldn't think of anything else to post. I haven't actually filmed any YouTube videos since the one I filmed for the ARCs. The AuthorTube Transparency channel, the AuthorTube Transparency tag is actually the most recent video I've filmed. Everything else I had kind of pre-filmed and was finally putting up. I just didn't know what I was gonna say exactly. Like I said, like the anxiety really got to me. Like my channel's growing a lot. I used to get no comments on my videos. Now I'm getting a minimum of 1 comment on my videos, which it doesn't sound like it's a big jump, but sometimes it's more than 1 and I don't always know what to say. And I love it. I'm not complaining, but it is different. And sometimes, like, I mean, I used to occasionally get some troll saying something rude here and there, but I mean, occasionally you get some dissenting opinions still. So it is a little bit more to take. I haven't gotten a whole lot, but I know some people on AuthorTube have gotten some really nasty things said to them. I don't think the Kristen Martin trolls hated my video because they didn't say anything. There's only one person who even had anything other than like nice video to add. I mean, it is what it is. Anxiety was just on a high in the last week, and I feel like I've calmed down. I feel like I'm more focused. I kind of got control of my pain situation since yesterday. It was pretty bad yesterday and I woke up today feeling pretty good. I don't know, I just feel pretty relaxed, feel pretty productive, which I think is a good way to end this. Hopefully I'll be able to edit this to be a little more interesting for you. But just know I'm almost done. We're past the big middle arc and then the big middle reveal. So now we know, this is gonna sound terrible, but now we know what the plot, the overarching plot is. We kind of had Rowan's plot. She's the main character, so everything was focused on her plot, and she knew nothing about this bigger political drama that was going on, but now she's aware of it, and now we're moving forward to try and stop catastrophe. So we're at that point where we're like bridging into the final act. These revisions are gonna get done pretty soon, and I'm really excited about the critique swap I'm doing with my friend. Her story is so good. Someday her story is going to be out and people are going to be obsessed with it because it's that kind of story. It's like this horror, fantasy, surreal, weird realism, magical realism. Like, it's really cool. It's like I said before, it's cool in the way Haruki Murakami's books are cool, where you're just like, man, where do you come up with this kind of stuff? Like, it's a little dark and a little twisted, but like, whoa. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to having a lovely night. I hope you are having a lovely day as well. It's gonna be like 3 weeks later when this gets posted finally. I won't say that in the video I just did. Yeah, I'll probably keep you up to date. Probably not gonna do more than like every 3 weeks with a vlog, but sometimes I like just sitting down and doing these. Not having to put on any makeup. I mean, I have like a tiny bit of eyeliner because otherwise my eyes would look super washed out, but that's about what I've got on. That's really nice. I put on a lot of makeup for my videos because I think I look pretty with it. I mean, that's the whole reason anyone wears makeup, isn't it? But anyway, good luck to all of us, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!